Hey collective and chosen ones, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the you versus your previous self. It's been a long time since I've done the then and now, and so I thought I'd just do a longer reading, thoroughly just talking about the difference between the old you and the new you. The new you is going to be much more exciting, but this is going to give you a contrast and a lot of motivation to keep going. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the exciting and positive parts, and then just giving you what you used to be. So you now look after yourself and putting yourself first before anyone else, because you realize that you're number one. Without you looking after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. Whereas in the past, you used to accommodate for others, and in return, you are not really giving yourself the best version. And a lot of people have taken advantage of that. So you're now realizing your self-worth. You're now very assertive. You used to be a pushover and let others run over you, and thinking that being nice would get you somewhere, but in reality you end up getting hurt and people just push over you and manipulate you. So you're now taking full control of your life, and you can't be easily manipulated because you really see through the good and the bad in others. So in return, now you really could tell the difference between somebody who's got your back and somebody who doesn't. And you're no longer very triggered by anyone, because you realize what their intentions are, and they're also learning as well. Not everyone's going to be in the same situation as you or position in the journey. And of course, being chosen and also a collective, you are asked to lead the way. So many people will not be really where you're at, and without even saying it in an arrogant way, you are way ahead because you are already working with the spirituality. So you now got a clear direction of where you're going, whereas your life used to be very muddy and no clear direction. So things were not very, very good, and you were feeling very, very insecure about yourself, even with finances. You're now very content and have a lot of self-worth, and you show a lot of initiative and leadership skills, whereas you used to look outside for support and validation and happiness. So certainly life before was not so great. You're feeling very secure now with a joyful and grounded kind of approach to life, whereas you used to feel very insecure internally, depressed and very unhappy. You always used to get distracted with outside forces. You're now very independent and happy with yourself, meaning that you don't need other people to validate yourself. You know what you want. You have a lot of self-love. Whereas you used to be very reliant on being very codependent. And certainly life before being very codependent is not one that is very good, because lots of people would just end up leaving you because they can sense your energy. And you obviously were feeling very needy, thinking that other people's validation and what they think about you is more important, when in fact you are the most important and what you think about yourself. You're very healthy now with a positive relationship and connections with others. Although your connections now are very selective, what I mean is that you don't just meet Tom, Dick and Harry. Whereas you used to just look for quantity over quality friends, because you were afraid to have just a few friends. Anyone that used to party with you or get together with you socially are regarded as your best friends, when in fact some of them are not really. They could be your frenemies. And so now, instead of like being very no boundaries in the past with toxic behavior, you now have very healthy connections. Whereas before, it never used to last. A lot of even the friendships, apart from relationships. You're building lots of quality connections with people that care about you. And if they don't, you now realize that that's okay. They're just not the people that you resonate with. Whereas before, you used to have a lot of conflicts with them and not building any solid foundations with them. You know what you want, whereas you used to be very unsure of your life. You have now full control of what you love and what you don't. So you've got a real good direction in life, instead of in the past letting others take over your life. You now know that you're a very powerful being, and you're experiencing things on earth as to learn some lessons. But at the end, no one can run the power over you except yourself. Whereas you used to be in a scared way, thinking that other people have power over you, and you're especially very scared of authority. So you love being yourself and spending time alone, spending time doing things that you passionately love now, and doing authentic things. And you don't care how other people think about you now. Whereas you used to be very worried about what other people think of you, and you were scared of being alone. You're now very confident of leading your own life and leading your own path, and you don't care what others think about whether you're doing the right thing or not. Whereas you used to be very unsure and not confident about what you're doing, and you're just nilly-willy doing things just for the sake of it. You now make very life decisions, and very sound decisions as well. And whereas you used to be very nervous about your life direction, and you used to ask people to help you with making decisions for you. So you're not afraid to now express yourself, and especially if I'm talking to a group of collective and chosen ones that are very highly creative, and of course most of you will be, because you hit a very high level of frequency, and therefore the sky's your limit. So a lot of you will be very creative, so you'll be not afraid to express yourself now, whereas you used to be very quiet and shy because you were scared of expressing the true you. But now you don't really give a damn. You're very observant and sharp now because your intuitive skills are very heightened due to your spirituality. Whereas you used to be very scattered, very clueless, and not really paying attention to your surroundings. Whereas now you are like a hawk or an eagle with your eyes really wide open. So this card symbolizes how you are now. You're a very sharp person. You really look out for your surroundings and know exactly what you're up to. You've got the courage to step forward in life now, and really stepping forward with a lot of confidence. There's another confident card, and the magician's sword. You transform all the pain in the past and turn it into a lot of power now. You're able to really get through to it and really face up to it, and then it's like passing through that from now on and turning into an absolutely high frequency of energy. The universe is your partner. I've read that many times before, that you are now starting to know what to do working with spirit, as you are actually the divine. You come from the divine spirit. This is another card that I've read many times, Herald of Change, signaling new beginnings, and you're very excited about it. This beautiful card with the horse, and you're riding on it, ready to go forward. You're very resourceful. You are able to turn a lot of things in the past, things that you knew that was a blessing in disguise, a lot of the pain, and use it as resources to get ahead. You're not afraid now to dive into everything that you know that resonates with you, that needs to be done as well. So I hope you find this reading very useful to get a real contrast of your before and now, and to move forward. Without these, you would not probably realize that you've come very far. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and if you consider to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't, and that'll allow you to receive a lot of my regular postings. I post both a lot of shorts and now longer readings, so that I can give you, providing both of you to really enjoy the readings. So bye for now, and lots of love and blessings to you.